Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. So happy you have joined us today. I'm Reverend Jay Lang, and we have a beautiful service today. Just a sacred and powerful service. Thank you for joining us. And to start out the beauty of the day, we have our live musician, Andy Anderson, coming in from Oregon. Such a delightful recording artist we have today, so I'm going to turn it over to him.
One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one life loving as you and me, cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, oh, one life loving as you and me, cause God is all there is. I am shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just wanna shout, woo! One life living as you and me, one life loving as you and me, oh, one life shining you and me, cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life shining as you and me, one life loving as you and me, cause God is all there is. I am shining from the inside out, I'm so happy, I just want to shout, woo! One life living as you and me, one life loving as you and me, one life loving as you and me, cause God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one life loving as you and me, one life living as you and me, cause God is all there is.
Thank you so much, Andy. That's right. God is all there is. What a great affirmation today. I'll tell you today, the fun part of the service for me is that I am going to do announcements, and I'm going to sit back and watch the rest of the service because Branessa is here to bring in the message, as well as Georgia Davis will be up here for her practitioner part. So I'm going to be with you just sitting back. I don't think I have a couch like you guys do, but I'll make myself comfortable with a little coffee. So glad you joined us today. I want to let you know, though, the fun that we have here, the production team of being able to see our live musician thing is going to be part of your experience again. We're going back to in-person services in May. Now, we'll continue to have this hybrid YouTube and Facebook streaming. So those of you who are not ready to come back yet or are from, other places in the world, we're going to continue to have these hybrid services, but we're going to start these services in May. And in preparation for that, we want to get the courtyard all cleaned up. So we're going to have a work day on Wednesday during the day, 10 to 4, and then on Saturday morning, 9 to noon, might be a little later, 9 to 1. But that would be great if you could be a part of that. Please fill out the form on the forms they'll be linked on the website for you to sign up. That would be great. And I will contact you. We'll have a list of things to do and have some fun putting things together in that way. So that's Wednesday from 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 1 p.m. And then the other thing is April 4th is Easter. I know it's always different times. You know, it's now officially spring, and Easter is coming up. The holidays might not seem quite the same as they usually are, but we are going to celebrate it. And this idea of the emerging brighter, stronger, and wiser, and the ways to do that. Our theme this month and continuing through Easter are about this. The 40 days of spiritual practice that we've been doing that you can still be a part of. This is all allowing practices that set up that you can emerge stronger, brighter, and wiser. That this time that we've had in different levels of isolation, different levels of reconnection that we're going to be doing are available to you. So please join us for that. Also, this is the last Sunday to sign up for Sister Spirit. That's going to be on April 9th and 11th. So if you're planning to do that, please make sure to do that today. It's going to be virtual this year, but they're going to send out kits so that there are things and activities you can do from your own home and available to you to do that. So, and then after the service, and then the video hugs, we're still taking the that are online. Follow the link to do the video hugs. And then we have, after this service, conscious conversation. Today, we're going to be talking about what is emerging through us. I continue to have virtual office hours. There's links for that if you want to have time, or show up and just work with me on the courtyard. That's another way to connect with me. We still have the weekly meditation, Course in Miracles, the Body, Mind, Spirit Recovery Group, and to request prayers online. And next Sunday, we're going to have another Spanish-speaking service at 12:30. I realize I've kind of got a little bit out of order today, and I want to go back and cue Shauna here on the blessing that we do for everybody. So we're going to raise our hands and bless everybody who's joining us by simply saying, "We bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world, and we're grateful for your presence in our community." And then our vision and mission statement: we are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission: we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. A great affirmation. As we head into this time of our sacred part of our service and prayer and meditation, we just hold all of you in our prayers. I know that personally I've had 2 big losses this past week that have impacted me, and I know many of you are still feeling the loss of somebody during the last year or more recently. But we also had celebrations to do that sometimes don't get honored. And we had in our family, while we had a big death, a big loss, we also had 2 nieces being born into the family. So 2 twin nieces. And so it's always with this celebration of life that we can feel joyful and sad and content and discontent all at the same time, and it's held within the oneness of spirit. And so at this time, we just know this oneness is happening for all of us as we enter this sacred time. Many blessings. And let's go back to Andy Anderson now.
Spirit, lead me and guide me. Spirit, lead me and guide me. Spirit, Lead me and guide me, Spirit. Lead me and guide me. Every day I see in a new way. Living my life to the fullest every day. There's nothing sweeter than a smile on my face. I just surrender to that power and love every moment, every day. Spirit, lead me and guide me. Spirit, just keeps on giving me. Spirit, just let it lead me and guide me. Spirit, just keeps on giving me. It's up to me to be that brighter day, because I am that I am. It supports me with yes in every way. So I surrender to that power and love every moment, every day. Oh, it's only love. It's all there is, all there'll ever be. It's up to me to know and believe and know there's only one life, love, peace, and harmony. Oh, it's only Spirit living in me. Spirit, lead me and guide 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 me. It's only love. All there is, all that'll ever be. It's up to me. Oh, Holy Spirit, living in me.
Spirit, Spirit living in me, living in us, living in all of us, living this one life. Oh, all this love as us. Feeling this word, this message of the song deep, deep within, as only we can feel in those notes, in that beautiful, beautiful movement of sound and breath, breathing it all in. All is present right now, in this holy now that is all there is, this divine love. And as we move into this sacred time together, the music and the message coming to meet perfectly, to be in resonance with Spirit within all of us, in that perfect harmony that is always present. We just delve into it. We meet it right where it is, within each of us. That song that has been playing since before time began, it sings through each one of us perfectly on note. Love. And as we come together today, I know that all the words that need to be said are said, and all of the healing and revealing is felt. For all of us here, for all of us in this here that cannot be displaced by space. And knowing this is already complete and done in the mind of God, I just proclaim it as so, and so it is. Welcome this morning, beloved community. My name is Georgia Davis, and I am a practitioner, originally from the Santa Rosa Center, but now I've been called into service here at your beloved community to intern as a ministerial student and to assist with the music as your music coordinator. You may have seen me for a moment on the broadcast last week as we were having some technical difficulties. Spirit gave me a few moments to step in and say hello. And so today I'll say it formally, hello. Thank you for bringing me in and encouraging me in your community, in our community. So today I just wanted to reflect a minute on some things that I've been experiencing. You may have too, about surrender, surrender and suffering. So as you may know, that one of the Four Noble Paths of Buddha talks about suffering, that suffering is inevitable, but we do have a choice. And so I've had this choice that I've had just a little refresher course by Spirit this week, this month, maybe this year. You might have had it too, about just letting go and going into the flow and surrendering into Spirit's movement. So even today, yes, even today, as I left my home this morning and I prepared to come to Napa, what did I find? But that little reminder on my dash that said that one of my tires was flat. Well, I had no time to deal with this. And I thought, shall I pull this screw out that I found or shall I leave it in? Well, I read a little online and I filled that tire up and I moved along, and you know what? Everything was fine. But the thing is that when I get stuck in my idea of how things should go and force against Spirit for what is Spirit's plan, Spirit's way, it becomes so much harder for me. So I surrendered into that moment, and I've had, believe me, many this week of surrender. Surrendering into that flow is so much easier to ride down the river and find out what's at the end of it than to fight against it, to paddle up and to go back to what I think I know should happen. So today, I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity to let go and flow into that river. And I invite you to as well. So, knowing that all is well, and all is well that all is well, we'll just move on into our time together, and we have a little bit more of our music from the lovely Andy Anderson, I believe.
See the morning sun shining in the sky. I can feel its warm embrace on my face as I look around and see all of nature's gifts to me. Take it in, feel the love inside. I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. This is a perfect day, perfect place for me. And I'm so glad to know I'm free to see the love of you and me, and know that I am loved. Love is the only power in the universe I know can lift me up to a place I've never known. So I live from an infinite place, surrounded by love and grace. It's all there is. There's nothing else to know. So I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. This is a perfect day, perfect place for me. And I'm so glad to know I'm free to see the love of you and me, and know that I am loved. Oh, 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 oh. So I live from an infinite place, surrounded by love and grace. It's all there is. There's nothing else to know. So I'm not gonna hold me back when I know everything's gonna be alright. I see myself the way I want to be, and I'm so glad to know I'm free. For there's only you and me, and know that I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved.
Yes, I am love. Thank you so much. It's so nice to have you here. Can't wait to be with you some more. I am love. You all are love. And what I do know is I am loved too by this responsive creator, my source, my support, my supply. If you can't tell, my arms are already open to spirit. Yes, your music really uplifted me this morning. Thank you for your message, Georgia. It feels so good to be live. We have a couple of visitors today. And if you think you're getting comfortable watching services from home, I can tell you that you are missing it. It's going to be so fun in person. Just the vibration of having a couple of more people here. Thank you for being here. Oh, and the sun's shining bright today. My legs are showing a little bit. No tan. But just the energy, the vibration is different, it's changing. And I'm grateful for that. I always say it's my favorite time of the year when my toes can be out. So not quite, but soon enough. Well, anyway, our theme this month is opening to possibilities. And today I want to talk about visioning, right? With open arms is the talk title. Often we're turning to spirit, whether it's in meditation or prayer, because we want something or we want a changed experience. But when we open to possibilities, when we open our arms to spirit, that is us opening our channel to receive the direct impress from spirit. So this month we open to the highest idea of our lives through the spiritual practice of visioning. Opening up to the impress of spirit through visioning allows us to tap into a realm of possibilities much greater than anything we could have begun to imagine for ourselves. It's opening to a higher idea of consciousness. It's opening up to that infinite intelligence and allowing it to flow in through and as us. And in visioning, the questions here are, what beliefs, what ideas and actions must we embrace, embody, and become to live in alignment with the vision that is downloaded, not the vision that we kind of create and want to push forward. It's what's downloaded from spirit. And embracing these things brings us into the realization of the vision. Now, is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
It's a little blurry on YouTube for some reason, but you're clear in here. So
Okay. Okay, got it. Pardon the distraction. When I first came in touch with this is a spiritual practice I'm talking about, is visioning, right? And so when I was a member at Centers for Spiritual Living in San Jose, there was an open position on the visioning team. I had never heard of visioning before, but I wanted to get more involved in the center. So I nominated myself and ran for the position. Lo and behold, it was a fascinating process to see the visioning happening. And so in our first visioning meeting, there's questions that get asked in this visioning process. What is Spirit's highest vision for the center at that time? And this is something that we can do in our personal lives. What is Spirit's highest idea for the center? We just did this last month with Napa for Napa Valley Center for Spiritual Living. What must I embrace? What must I embody and become? And what must I release? And it's a meditative practice where you just allow spirit to download words, images, pictures, right? And then we jot them down. And I didn't know if I was making up these responses. I still was kind of new to really, really tapping into spirit and allowing spirit to express in, through, and as me. But my answers, when we shared out, matched other people's answers. Meaning I was in awe of this process of visioning, in total awe. How are they receiving the same messages that I was receiving? How are they seeing similar colors and images? You guys know how excited I am about spirit. Spirit is real, and we participate. We are living our lives in spirit, expressing as spirit. And we often use this visioning practice in the Centers for Spiritual Living, because this is a part of what we believe. In our global vision, it says, we see a world in which every person lives in alignment with his or her highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively, we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. When you align with the higher state of consciousness, you're not just taking any action, you're taking inspired action. Ernest Holmes states in our Declaration of Principles, there's 10 statements about what we believe here in Science of Mind and what we teach. And we believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. A direct revelation of truth. When I was preparing for this talk, I thought about my mom and my sassy little teenager self who thought I knew everything. And I remember my mom said, I don't know how this always sticks with me, but we were outside in front of our house and she was telling me something that God told her. And my little smart aleck mouth, I was like, Mom, stop it. God does not talk to you. I didn't know anything about what I know now. I said, God just came and told you, like, you can really hear God speak to you. God is not a person. God doesn't speak to you like that. I'm glad I have a relationship with her in spirit. My mom has passed on, but that woman was so right. God speaks to us in so many ways, so many different ways. Direct revelation really is available to us. It's available through our intuition, and we can intentionally cultivate this through visioning as individualized expressions of the one infinite reality. We have access to the infinite wisdom and intelligence of this ultimate reality. You see, there is only one life, one mind, one spirit. And that life, that mind, that spirit is God. And God's life, God's mind is my life and my mind now. And what is true for me is true for everyone here and is true for everyone, everywhere. And so it's this intelligence that is everywhere present that it flows through us and adds us to the degree that we set aside our previous ideas and become aware and conscious of the impress of the universal spirit. Typically, when we use the creative process, we kind of use the metaphor of the seed soil plant, right? You plant the seed of our thinking, into the soil. We don't know what happens down there in the dark, but we know that soil goes to work on the seed, and then the seed manifests as a plant or a tree or whatever the seed is, fruit, vegetable, you name it. And so usually we use this conscious creative process. We are embracing a new thought or a new idea. And we're planting it into the creative medium, which is like the soil, assured of its demonstration by our embodiment of it. So we are manifesting. But instead of using the creative process to demonstrate changed conditions, when it comes to visioning uses the creative process to embrace a new way of being, the embodiment of which results in personal transformation. So it's not us planting a seed of what we want. I want divine right transportation. I want, this relationship in my life or whatever it is. It's us opening to spirit. What is spirit's highest idea for our lives? It's giving Spirit a chance to have the word. It's giving Spirit a chance to say, hey, you, I know every hair on your head. I know why you are here at this time. I can't force my will on you. But if you open to me, I have a message. And the me is this consciousness that's within us. So we don't manifest the vision. Rather, we attune to it and align ourselves with it when we become the avenues through which it reveals itself in our lived experience. So Ry Jordan, the founder of the Higher Vision Institute, says, envisioning, we're not trying to make anything happen. We're asking, what must we embrace in consciousness in order to become the vision that's waiting to happen through us, as us? So embracing something or someone is an act of receptivity, and it implies a level of enthusiasm. So much I wanted to hug Reverend Jay today, but we're still, having to maintain social distance. My heart goes out to you, Reverend Jay, and to your lovely wife, a great friend of mine, Michelle Lang. Which, by the way, side note, please do sign up for Sister Spirit. Michelle and I are on the same team, the leadership team with Sister Spirit, and we use the visioning process to come up with the theme for Sister Spirit. That's how we create the theme every year. We open up to the higher idea that Spirit has and is seeking to express through us and as Sister Spirit. So in asking, what must I embrace in the visioning process, we're asking, what must I be receptive to that will bring me into greater alignment with the vision Spirit has for me and my life? What possibilities am I open to? What opportunities for growth do I welcome? What ideas am I inviting into my consciousness? What changes do I wrap my arms around and hold lovingly? What ideas do I nurture? And what serves to transform me in my continual evolution? So one example, and this is just an example from my head, visioning is a meditative process where you're asking and then you're opening to and allowing Spirit to respond. You're asking Spirit to commune with Spirit and to hear from Spirit. But let's say, for example, I ask Spirit, what is the highest vision for my life? What is my purpose here? What is my highest vision? And Spirit says, Branessa, your highest vision is to use your voice to serve and inspire and empower others. Yes. So what do I have to embrace to make that a reality, to make that vision, to realize that vision? And one thing I might need to embrace is, and I do, but this is just an example, that I am enough. Who am I to speak? I am enough to have that be a vision for my life. And then, so next, let's talk about embodying. So first, what must I embrace? Embracing is an idea, as an opening to consciousness. So embracing is just an opening in consciousness. Embodying an idea is a demonstration of consciousness. To embody something is to go beyond mental and intellectual knowledge of something and to go beyond a heartfelt understanding of it. When we embody something, we have assimilated it into our consciousness so much that it becomes instinctual. It's a knowing that we know that we know. An embodiment implies that something has taken form. It has demonstrated. And when we ask envisioning, what must I embody? We're asking, what must I know so deeply that it becomes casual, taking form as me? And so sticking with this same, again, coming from the head, with my purpose in life, I am enough for that. I embrace that. And so another way to get to what to embody is, well, envisioning, you don't have to get anywhere. Spirit just downloads, right? But one thing I may need to embody is the opposite of fear, which is faith. Where my faith and my consciousness, like me showing up here today, I have full faith that Spirit will fill in the gaps of my talk while I'm talking to you, right? Before it was fear all the time, really, really nervous, and that's dissipating more and more because I'm embodying the vision Spirit has for my life which I did actually download. I'm here to embody faith. I'm here to be used as a vessel for good in this world. So it's spirit expressing itself in, through, and as me right now. I'm just a vessel. I'm just opening. So on the way to, I was going to say on the way to work, because that's what I told myself. Branessa, you're just on your way to work today. That's all that's happening. There's nothing to be nervous about. Are you nervous at you're not nervous when you teach children in the daytime. You're not nervous at any other job you have. It's just work. This is my job. So I'm embodying faith right here and right now. In the Science of Mind text, Ernest Holmes said, we should take the highest thought we have and attempt to enlarge on this consciousness until it embraces a more vital concept of reality. Consciousness in this sense means an inner embodiment of ideas. And so lastly, I want to talk to you about becoming. See, embracing and embodying are activities of consciousness cultivation. So we're dealing with our consciousness. Becoming, on the other hand, is an act of allowing. It's allowing that which is already in you to come forth. Michael Beckwith is the one who created this process of visioning. And he states, by asking what qualities you might cultivate in support of your vision, you come into direct contact with your growing edge. See, it was Peter remembering the truth of who he is that allowed him to come to Jesus on the water. And when we ask in visioning, what must I become? We are asking, what divine qualities within me am I being called to remember as my truth? Again, what divine qualities within me am I being called to remember as my truth? And the truth is the divine quality of spirit. One of them is power and expansion and love and light. So I am power. I am expansion in form. I am light and I am love. And all I'm here to do is to show up, to be used in service of this highest vision that I have now opened to. I'm not forcing my way through life. This has been a process over years of, why am I in the shower having Martin Luther King type speeches? God, this is serious though. Where is this coming from? I didn't set out for that. When people say, who do you want to be? I want to be like Martin Luther King. I want to be like Jesus. I didn't script that. That started coming forth through me over time. And so my first prayer, even before I had a rich prayer life, was, God, if this is ego, please strip this from me. If this is fame seeking, I don't want it. What is going on here? That was like 2006. This is not something I saw for myself early on, but it is emerging through me and more through my practices and my understanding and my knowing and my faith. I'm allowing Spirit to use me. That's why I'm like, Spirit, I don't have time to be nervous every time I give a talk. Enough of that already. Because I know once I get here, I have so much fun with you. I'm imagining you on your couch. And again, like I said, it's so nice to have people here in person. But see, being the truth of who I am and who we are, we can then come to the vision because we are in complete alignment with it. That's why this is a process, right? First we be, then we become. The vision pulls us to it. So like I said, with Sister Spirit here at Napa, in all of the centers in the Centers for Spiritual Living organization, use this visioning process to plan their year, to plan these monthly and weekly themes for which we speak on each week. But this is a process that we can use as individuals as well. So Michael Beckwith, again, the one who created the visioning process, says, we pray affirmatively, not about how to accomplish the vision, but rather about the ways in which we need to grow. What qualities do we need to embody? And see, using the divine qualities revealed in the answer to the question, what must I become, as anchors to our spiritual mind treatment? You use this in your prayers, in your affirmative prayers. Affirm yourself, embracing and embodying those new ideas and new ways of being that have been revealed to you. Declare your release of obstacles, ideas, and beliefs and old ways of being that have up until now kept you from experiencing your vision. Affirm your attunement to and your alignment with Spirit's highest idea of itself as your life. Remember, you are Spirit expressing as you. I am Spirit expressing as Branessa. So affirm your attunement to and your alignment with Spirit's highest idea of itself as your beautiful, wonderful, loving life. And in conclusion, remember, we do not manifest the vision. It already is. We release and let go of the obstacles that we have placed in its way, knowingly and unknowingly. That's why this is a process. We never arrive. We just become more of who we are. We embrace a new idea, embody a new belief, and we become that which we already are. In doing so, we transform our lives, attuned to the vision and in alignment with it. The vision already is. In our transformation, we come to its realization. The possibilities for your life are infinite, and it starts with an embrace. What will you welcome with open arms today? So I invite you to affirm this affirmation with me with open arms. Open your arms at home. Yes, again, with open arms, I embrace my transformation. And so it is. Thank you.
Sometimes I lose my way, and even in the darkest day, there's a light always shining bright, leading me into the light. When I stumble, can't find my way, something within will always guide my way. I listen to that voice inside, reminding me that's where my love resides. Every day is a perfect day to surrender, let it lead the way. It's in my life, it's all I am. I release and let go and I know nothing is impossible. I know that everything is possible. I know nothing is impossible. Oh yeah, that everything is possible. When I forget that nothing is impossible, I remember that everything is possible. I know nothing is impossible. That everything is possible. Things in life will always come and go. It's so good to know what you know, you know. I am free and one with all of life. Keep smiling, everything's all right. I am lifted each and every day. Truth and love, oh, is my way. I am marvelous, I am beautiful. I celebrate, speak my word, and know nothing is impossible. I know that everything is possible. I know nothing is impossible. I know that everything is possible. When I forget, nothing is impossible. Oh, that everything is possible. I know nothing is impossible. That everything is possible. I know when I forget that nothing is impossible. I remember that everything is possible.
How beautiful. I'm just sitting here in awe, just with Branessa's talk. I think it's kind of a ironic, one of those things in spirituality where I guess we needed her talk to bring us into focus today. So we were a little blurry until we got to her. And then we found the way to clarity and to vision. And what a beautiful talk this morning. Georgia, thank you for beautiful prayers this morning and spiritual reflection. And Andy, I think we're going to have you back as much as you want to be here. We're just, it's great to have you here. And I know you're able to be in Napa sometimes for in-person services. So let's keep talking about that. I just love your consciousness and your energy. And you're a minister also, I understand.
Yes,
so
yes.
Reverend Andy. So
Speak my word.
let's speak your word. Okay. So good to have everybody here aboard. This is the time in our service when we just reach out in gratitude for your giving of your time and talent and treasures. We could not do this without you. We would be, we appreciate your support in all ways. And we also know and affirm that which you give us circulates and you receive in abundance as well. And so we really appreciate that. We take the sharing of abundant plate as representative of that which you've given us. Not used to having to hold a mic here, so juggling things here. So we affirm divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. We also bless our families at this time with children, because we know it is a challenging time, maybe even busier now, trying to get the kids back to school and making sure they're safe and cared for. So we just appreciate you, parents as well as children, and we just raise our hands to say, we love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. And as a final affirmation today, if you could repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Come on. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be joy. Let there be let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world again. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
Wonderful. Join us for the Zoom link afterwards. It's just been sent out to you. And thank you again, Andy. And as we go forward, we open our arms and allow Spirit to come through us as us. Have a great day and join us on Zoom.